What's going on, everybody? My name is Alex, and today I just want to talk a little bit about the new Sledgehammer Games update for their game Call of Duty World War II. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's take a look at what Sledgehammer said they were going to do. Then we'll talk about what they actually did and what that really means for the future of the game and the future of the series of Call of Duty in general. Here I am looking at the weekly multiplayer update in the community weekly blog that Sledgehammer Games posts. And they talk about gun game and prop hunt and how they are going to make them permanent features of the game, and that they are now in the party playlist tab of multiplayer. And that is now officially happening. This is from the Sledgehammer Weekly community blog. I'm going to read it verbatim, so here I go. Below are the major updates for the system coming to the game starting tomorrow, which is now. Increased number of weapons and premium content per update. We're adding new ranged weapons, more cosmetic weapon variants, and themed uniforms with a commitment to double down on these categories moving forward, so you'll be able to get more of the content you want. More ways to earn weapons. We are offering a variety of paths to combine the most wanted weapons and weapon variants in-game, as more will be made available via orders and contract, in addition to existing weapon collections and supply drops. Lowered duplicate rates. We are reducing the frequency of duplicates you'll receive within supply drops to deliver more new content in every drop. Rebalanced category reward rates. This will ensure you are getting a wider variety of content categories within every drop, which will make the unboxing experience more satisfying. They basically heard that we hate pistol grips. New special orders. We heard your feedback on certain weapons being available only via common supply drops and how hard they are to get. We are moving these to special orders so that they are easier to access. New categories of items. You will have more ways to customize your soldier and load out with the introduction of weapon charms, camos, and reticles. Content changes. We are removing gold foiled calling cards and won't be adding new pistol grips to the loot pool. Armory drops. We are adding new supply drop type armory drops, which will function a lot like bribes, but can be obtained for armory credits to provide yet another way to get content you're after. It looks like Sledgehammer kept their word with this update and even did more than I thought they would. They completely changed the default menu for multiplayer and zombies. They added new images and color to it. They also redid the whole menu for multiplayer itself, which I really like. It's a much smoother interface. They also added the whole St. Patrick's theme to both multiplayer, headquarters, and zombies' personal menu. I think it's really awesome they finally included zombies in one of their thematic seasonal events. Hell, they even added new Easter eggs apparently, and Chopper already found one. Again, Sledgehammer kept their word with this update. The duplicates were not crazy out of control as I opened some supply drops to test this. They added a bunch of gun camos. Well, they didn't add a ton if you're comparing it to Black Ops 3 or something, but I'm assuming they will be adding more, and the fact that they're even doing it is great. I think they added a couple more heroic guns, but I'm not 100% sure. They also added weapon charms and changed the way that orders and contracts work in respect to these rewards. I gotta say, I am impressed. It took Sledgehammer 4 months to catch up on the way the game was supposed to launch, but hey, better late than never, I guess. Sledgehammer also lived up to their promise permanently and added prop hunt and gun game like they said in their forum. And yes, they are under the party tab like they said. They also added a new leprechaun hunting game mode, and basically what that is in multiplayer, there's a leprechaun running around. Occasionally he spawns in. When you shoot him, you get all of your score streaks filled up and can attack the other team. Finally, they added a remastered map called Shipment 1944, which is out now for Season Pass holders, but will be available to everybody on Friday. So yeah, it's just a brand new free map, and that's pretty fucking sick, I gotta say. All in all, a pretty solid update on the multiplayer front. Now, on to zombies. With the weekly zombies update, all they have stated is UI issues. We have fixes coming tomorrow that address the issues with the Reich's revolver, the infield number 2 appearing twice in menus, and the infield number 2 name not displaying correctly, and the ability to customize attachments on weapons that players had not yet unlocked. Also, they released the 3rd and the 4th page to Drostan's journal, which contains hints for deciphering the zombie language, a dead tongue, and it has a few clues, and it also has a journal entry written by Drostan, which I'm not going to read. I can post you a link to the community update in the description down below if you would like to read that. My only issue with these new updates is none of it really applies to zombies like the community wishes it would. The UI updates we got in Zombies were red screen opacity decrease, which I didn't really care about because I liked that this game was dark and difficult, and if you were to get bombarded by a bunch of zombies and hit, you wouldn't be able to see. The fall damage was taken off, which is actually nice, especially during a certain part of the Easter egg in the Darkest Shore and just training in Gralston House. It's very helpful. I also like that they decreased the time it took for your health to regenerate, which they didn't have to do, so I really appreciate that. It's not part of this update though, so let me continue. They also fixed some pathing issues and some camo issues. So I guess in the Darkest Shore, there are still pathing issues with the Wussling and the Pest when you're doing the Easter egg, and also some camos wouldn't show up when you were playing the Darkest Shore. And this is just basically smoothing out the bugs in the game, which should have already been fixed in the first place, or at least fixed weeks ago. In order to apply any of the new camos or weapon charms to the guns in Zombies, or even use the new seasonal weapons in Zombies, you have to earn everything through multiplayer contracts, orders, or supply drops. I suppose you can only get the 2 new weapons Sledgehammer just added out of the mystery box anyways, but with the Grouvert and the new Resistance revolvers / pistols, it was a different story. Yes, you could get those out of the mystery box as well, but Sledgehammer adjusted it so that you could use 4 of the new weapons as starting weapons, and if you don't have them, you're shit out of luck. I know we are just a few weeks shy of DLC 2, and orders are supposed to be the big new feature alongside the map for Zombies, but until then, Zombies is still stuck in the shadow of multiplayer, and it makes me sad because I really love this game. I do. I know I complain about it a lot, but that's only because I want it to succeed. It has so much potential, and I don't know if Activision is telling Sledgehammer that they can't do certain things, or Sledgehammer doesn't care, but I know Cameron Dayton cares. He most certainly cares. But I can't figure out why the Zombies mode doesn't live up to the standard that we're used to. Well, I think it's safe to say that this is a great update for World War II, and definitely shows that Sledgehammer is heading in the right direction with their game. We can only hope that Zombies will get a little more attention, as it is clear as day that Sledgehammer pours most of their resources into multiplayer. These features that were added into Zombies are helpful, however they should have been fixed months ago, so why now? I really do like that they added new Easter eggs, and I hope Treyarch takes a page out of Sledgehammer's playbook in that respect. My hope has been slightly restored for this game due to this update. However, if the new orders feature in DLC 2 and the DLC 2 Zombies map, and even the multiplayer maps, do not play well and continue to lack content, I'm gonna have a hard time playing this game for another 5.5 months. Luckily, Black Ops 4 is on the horizon, and we know that Blundell has big things in store for us. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.